This is Nano Baiter. Okay. A scammer cries after I hacked her live webcam. So the woman's the scammer. Got it.
This scammer thinks she's about to steal $10,000, but as soon as I opened up her webcam, she began to panic like we've never seen before.
This is cute. You just call me your phone. I don't need your money. I don't need your help. Just go.
However, before we get into any of this, first we want to show you why we are going after these scammers and explain exactly why we are doing it for the victims, just like this old lady, Bessie.
We don't have a credit card with Amazon.
I'm not saying Amazon credit card. There are credit cards that are used to place.
It's like you always know. You can. So right now, my wife is constantly getting calls, and it's absolutely annoying. She's constantly getting calls, and she'll hand me the phone. I answer it. The first time I answered it, I was like, hello. And then you heard the person on the other end, and I'm not going to do the Indian accent. I'm not going to do the Indian accent because it's going to piss people off. Or it might make people laugh. I don't know, but I'm not going to do it. But and then they're close to being English, but it's just, it was there. It was there. You could hear it, the hints. It's like when my wife attempts to do an Indian accent. That's how the person sounded. I need to have my wife do an Indian accent, because when my wife speaks, she sounds, unless she's saying a word that she's never heard spoken, she'll say it how she believes. It's like, I'm not gonna say the word, but oh my gosh, I had her repeat it multiple times because it just sounded so adorable when she said it. So I'm like, wait, what'd you say? Oh no, I'm like, wait, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that one more time? Because I was at work during that, and then I was like, because I started like giggling to myself. She's like, what? And I told her how it's pronounced, and then she's never said it ever again. But it was just like, I enjoyed it. But yeah, I said hello. They asked for my wife, and I'm just like, what is this in regards to? And they hung up. And then ever since then, she'll get another call from another random number. I answer the phone and say hello, or say my wife's name. This is her phone. They hang up. Every single time they hang up. It's like they am I going to say it? Am I going to say it? I don't think it's accurate, though. I don't think it's accurate. I was going to say that women are easily manipulated, but that's not true. That's not true, because you can easily manipulate incels or simps, or yeah, men are easily manipulated too. You just need a woman's voice. But I guess since it was a man's voice, they were trying to manipulate the woman. I don't know. But yeah.
Disorder.
It basically,
there's not one single accent in India. People in South have a pretty unintelligible accent compared to Northeast, and it varies. Let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you just the truth. Americans can't tell the difference. It all sounds the same. It all sounds exactly the same. Oh.
starts with this fake pop-up on the victim's computers, but the scammers claim to be from Apple or Microsoft. The message instructs the victim, or in this case Bessie, to call a phone number she sees on screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. I work for Apple. You have contacted the Apple support only.
But the thing is, Bessie didn't just call into the real Microsoft, but rather a group of scammers in India who are going to try to scam her out of all of her money.
Not $10 each, 500 each. I will tell you, ma'am, first buy it.
Of course, whenever we see someone getting scammed, we like to step in and stop them from losing any money.
Hello.
Who's calling?
Hi, yeah, my name is... I just want to call you to tell you, like, the person you were speaking with is not from Amazon.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they're trying to scam you, ma'am. They're trying to take your money, so I want to call you to tell you.
Smart. So they've already tapped into the cameras there, so they can be aware of, well, and the computers probably. They can be aware of who they're calling, who they're scamming. The thing is, most of this stuff needs to be put on blast, needs to go viral online, because I think, especially in cultures that are more shame-based, where you can do something and literally it can carry on to your family. This kind of stuff, like revealing it and putting the spotlight on them, it's very good, because you want them driven out of their communities and be seen as, again, I don't believe in bullying, but If you're going to take advantage of people, then you deserve to be bullied because you're already bullying others unknowingly. So it's just like, what the heck? What the heck?
You right? Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, dear.
Are cameras that easy to hack? No, but as soon as someone, and the thing is, like, that's the sad part. If a company has cameras up in the corner of the office to watch the workers, then obviously that company, odds are the employees are the true victims. They are a part of the being victims. They are victims, but they're adding on to it. But the company is literally using the people to do it. Not all, but some probably are. The fact that there's a camera in the corner watching all the employees speaks volumes to me. Speaks volumes.
No problem. I just want to tell you because
Or is every single business in India have a camera right up in the back to watch their employees? Do I need to have a camera installed right behind me so my wife can keep an eye on me 24/7? Is that what I... Honey, don't get any ideas. But is that what I need to do? Is that commonplace in India?
do you ever, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get the phone number?
It came right up on a message telling me.
It depends. Weakest link in your online security is you. You install some shady things and execute the script. You can be effed. Yeah. Again, I've always enjoyed IT, so I know a lot of this stuff. But yeah, a lot of that stuff, it's easy. You open a link or you open just an email on your computer. You try to download the attachment or whatever. You can easily be ruined. So at work the other day, I got an email saying that from like, it wasn't from HR or something. It was from and they were like, we're going to be implementing the authenticator security for everyone because I was talking who I thought was an employee, and then they were laying out their own stupid mistake. And in my head, I'm just like, you didn't clarify this. You didn't ask for real information. You didn't contact but yeah, a lot of people don't actually. That's not a great idea. There's no camera that's going to be added back there. Because before you know, someone's going to end up hacking into it. But yeah, it's easy to hack into things when people are easy. People are the easiest. Like, it's like next to impossible to get into a secure system. But if there's a person in that secure system, it's easy to get into it. It's always the human component that makes everything collapse. That's the sad part. And in everything, it's the human component, the human element, the human condition that causes everything to crumble. Whether it's policies, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, whether it's security, whether it's a company, it's the human element that makes it all fall apart.
That somebody stealing my identity.
Right. Did you ever receive a message like that one? It's always fake. Any companies like Amazon, PayPal will never tell you to call them. It's always
Okay.
Okay, ma'am?
Oh, well, thank you, dear.
Oh, no problem. And if they try to call you
Okay.
back, don't answer any of their calls, okay?
I won't, hon. Thank
Okay.
you.
No problem. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Now, thankfully, we were able to save Bessie, but you might be thinking, who would ever fall for this scam? And how many people actually give up their money to these scammers? Well, most young people would just restart their computer and move on with their day. But there is one demographic who always falls for this scam.
Yep. Most young people restart their computer and move on with their day. Oh my gosh. Yep.
And that's elderly people. So a lot of scammers use remote access software like TeamViewer or Zoho Assist. And I'm able to take advantage of this by reversing the remote connection to the scammer's computer and gaining access to their webcams or even CCTV security cameras. But first, we typically need to identify the
Penelope Cruz wallpapers link. Yeah.
target and its vulnerabilities to see if we can even get into the system. This usually involves us tricking, or rather social engineering our...
Yeah, the fact, like, look at their entire work area. Cameras on the employees. Cameras on the employees. Cameras in the what was it, the break room. There was a break room here somewhere. But yeah, cameras it speaks volumes. These people are probably prisoners to the company. They are. And maybe they get paid good enough to where they'll just be like, you know what? Sure, it's ill, but I'll just continue doing it because I get paid enough.
it and its vulnerabilities to see if we can even get into the system. This usually involves us tricking, or rather social engineering our way inside the target's computer. Now, when the scammer thinks he is connecting to me, I am secretly reversing the remote connection to the scammer's computer and quietly deploying malware on their device. This is going to help us later when we want to destroy their entire operation. So I gained access to this group in India running the pop-up scam. Since I have access to their computers, I can now scan all the devices and spread my access from one machine to another, and even gain access to their internal laptop webcams. So now I can get a really clear visual of what's going on. But hacking one scammer wasn't enough, so we repeated this attack a couple more times and infiltrated a few other scammers in the same group. Of course, I wanted to identify the main culprit to the top of the chain because we just infiltrated the lower level employees, who basically just take the calls, but that's when I noticed one of the scammers in this group had an open webcam, and we're going to blur her face and change her name for the sake of protecting her identity. Let's call her
Why? Why? What? Shame. No, put him on blast. Put him on blast. Oh my gosh. Start with just Googling what are the most safest softwares to use. Simple AF. Yeah. The funny thing is like I'm using AR more as a tool. So I was like, in like IT services and things like that, they're like giving heads up. Oh, any kind of links, if you don't know how to do something, you can quickly, don't just download it immediately and use it. That could easily open a backdoor. And in my head, I'm just like, AI is a tool. Literally, if you have a link or that someone literally gives you a template for a code that you can utilize, you can post the entire thing in AI and have AI find out if there are any sort of hidden backdoor or bugs, and then you copy what's remaining and you utilize that as your own. There you did. You did some coding of your own. You stole something from the internet that might have had bugs. You posted it on like ChatGPT or Grok. Grok fixed it for you, and then you use that as your own. I was like going there, like, crap, it's gotten so easy. This stuff has gotten so easy. What used to take forever, going through the code, trying to find, okay, what kind of code is it? What kind of, like, it's gotten so simple. It's gotten so simple. Just trust AI. It knows what it's reading.
Divya. And you will find out why we were doing this in just a second. Now, after keeping some tabs on Divya for a few weeks.
So she definitely is a prisoner.
I noticed something completely different about her compared to the other scammers I've investigated in the past. I can tell she was not only new to scamming, and for the most part looked uncomfortable while doing it, but with most scammers, I can usually immediately tell if they're terrible people.
I won't get it! What do you mean? Ma'am, what are you doing?
Now, I'm sure most of you watching would be incredibly hesitant in this situation, but this is one of the only moments in my 5 years experiencing a scammer breakdown like we're about to show you. Now, of course, at the time, I was still piecing her story together, and even if I thought she didn't want to be doing this, she was still making calls to elderly people.
Exactly, ma'am. Exactly, ma'am. I will be forwarding 2 emails. One to your Amazon account to make sure that there is no suspicious activity on your Amazon account, and another email I will be forwarding to your bank, okay?
However, after a few minutes of watching her, we noticed her behavior started to shift, as if she didn't actually want to be there. Her action shifted so much to the point where she broke down, begging for help out of...
I use Brave to do everything. I don't even get ads on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, again, use the tools that you trust and you've personally verified. That's the way I see it, that you prefer. I prefer doing things on my own. I'll eventually use more tools. AI is one of those things. I had an account with AI with ChatGPT, like, I think it was like 2016 when I got my $20 a month fee with ChatGPT. I ended up because I was wanting to utilize it for my work, but I ended up not using it as much as I thought. So I was like, you know what? I don't need it. If I needed to put in a program or have it assist me with something, I can put in a prompt and then walk away and come back. But it's just ridiculous. Thanks for not indulging in protest BS. I mean, there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going on. I do have a video or two I want to see, but I'm like, if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, nah. Man, it's turned into a just a party on the streets.
Nowhere.
You have a single idea what I have gone through. I was 2 years old when I lost my family. I have everything. You destroyed everything.
Okay, so you've lost your family. You've lost all your opportunities. I can kind of sympathize with that. But now you're an adult and you're stealing from people. At some point in time, you got to take responsibility. Scammers are good at especially women are good at manipulating guys into not doing as much. So he was easily, it's funny. The scammer catcher got scammed. The scammer catcher got scammed. He got scammed into not revealing this person. Reveal them. They know what they're doing is wrong, but they still do it.
I don't need anyone, or I don't, just leave me alone. Just let me die. Just let me die and please hope to live. And you see, I saw you doing that as well. Just just go. Just leave me alone and please let me die. I don't need your phone. I don't need your money. I don't need your help. Just go.
At this moment, I didn't know how to react because I've never had a scammer switch up for no real reason. Usually they don't react. I access their camera and then shut them down. But this just felt incredibly wrong. However, knowing morally I needed to step in, I installed an application on her computer called SafeMe, which is secure and encrypted. And we managed to get her on the phone with our victim specialist, Lacey Evans. She has stopped hundreds of millions of dollars from being stolen, and I knew Lacey would be able to defuse the situation and maybe even save Divya.
What I want you to understand, my name is Lacey Evans. I'm an advocate for victims of scams. We want nothing from you, but we want you to understand that what you're doing, I understand you're in a situation where you need money.
Do you understand in India, if you are living in India and you are only high school pass because you cannot afford college education financially, there is no one who will give you the job. Do you know how cruel this world is? Just trying to survive.
I understand that. No, we are not judging you, okay? I understand.
The funny thing is I have a huge Indian audience. How many, okay, tell me in one city, is there almost every day food given out to people for free? Is there almost every single day at a temple, at a mosque, at a like whatever it may be? Is there almost every single day where there's food given out? Maybe not at the same building every single day, but isn't that like a normal staple in most communities? Isn't that a normal staple in most communities? That should not be an excuse. There is always in civilized society, and sure, people will say India is a third world country, fast forwarding its first world problems, but there is normally always food out there for people. Whether it's the food you want to eat, probably not. Maybe you don't want to see the same dish every single day. I grew up on chicken and beans, but the thing is, it's what my family could afford. So she's using that as an excuse, and these retards that don't know enough about India are like leaning into it, being like, oh, I'm so sorry. You don't have, this is your only option. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, in government schools called midday meal. Thank you. Thank you. You can get a job as a high school pass, but it will be a laborious, low-paid job. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When I go to motels, I remember going to like hotels and things like that. I looked up what is the average salary of like a hotel worker. So when I was there, guess what? I would tip like by the end of me being at the hotel, I ended up tipping what rough estimate in India, especially in rural areas, they get an entire month. I tipped that. Because for me, it wasn't a big sacrifice. My wife didn't enjoy it, but to me, it wasn't a big sacrifice. But for them, it meant a lot. It meant a lot. So that's just how I viewed it. But the thing is, there's always work. There is always work, whether you want to do the work. There is always food, whether you want to eat that food. I hate this. I hate this. Oh my gosh, the scammer got scammed. The scammer catcher got scammed. Because he didn't bother doing any due diligence or research himself. He was just like, oh, third world country. I see all these videos online about how India is a terrible place. It's obviously, she's leaning into it. She's leaning into it in order to scam oh my gosh. The worst scam catcher video I've ever seen. The worst one. Because he didn't bother actually verifying or learning anything about India. He was just like, oh, third world country, terrible place to be. I'm definitely going to listen to this child. If you are starving in India, then it's honestly your fault. India is so big and diverse. You will earn in some way or another. And on top of that, India has the cheapest food sources. Exactly. Exactly. I remember what I pay for in one meal can last me an entire, one meal here can last me an entire week, maybe two in India, depending on where I go. Depending on where I go. Can last me 1 to 2 weeks in India for one meal here. And that's going out to eat, not making it at home. That's going out to eat. Going out to eat, I could go every single day in India 3 times a day for an entire week to 2 weeks that it will cost for one meal going out to eat here in the United States, in California. Yeah. I feel no sympathy for her. I feel no sympathy for her. Boo-hoo, your family died. Boo-hoo, you have a high school degree. Who cares? Who the F cares?
And the situation that you're in. When I say I understand the situation you're in, I want you to understand something. Many people believe that everybody here is living a lavish life and wealthy, and that is not true. We are not what you think we are here. You have learned to survive and not live. But we want to try
Government
to
surprise
get you some help.
meal
Are
is
you
lowest
aware
5
of
rupees.
the community
Insane.
that goes after these scammers?
No,
Okay.
I was just doing my job to help the people. That's all I was.
You're not doing a job, woman. You're not doing a job. It's. Oh my God. I kind of want to send a comment or send an email to them to just reveal her real name, reveal her real face. He's obviously being manipulated.
Pretending because if I don't think like that, I'm not even able to work a single day. I had to lie myself that I'm helping people, Those people I worked for them for so long and they didn't even pay my salary. They took my money.
Right.
I'm working night shift here. I've done when they are not even paying me. Definitely help you to catch them and just I want to see each and every one of them in jail.
When you get a chance, email me and see what we can help you with.
Okay,
Yeah, I will keep in touch with you through email. Until then, please don't do anything to hurt yourself.
Now, of course, Divya has clearly been through some crazy stuff, and most people would usually think that people act like this because they got caught. But I wanted to genuinely give her a second chance because she fully needed the help. And I'm aware that desperate times sometimes mean
I have a feeling that they're going to end up giving her money directly.
desperate action. So I thought maybe if she could get a job in the offices where the actual bosses are working out of, she would be able to plant a file on one of the computers in the office. The file would run quietly in the background of the computer and give us total access and allow us to see what they're doing. This way, we can not only collect customer information more quickly and save victims, but also identify the bosses who are treating her badly and scamming innocent people. But the only way this entire plan would work was if Divya was comfortable with helping us infiltrate the scam call center. And we had to think of—
Oh my gosh, she's manipulating them completely. She's manipulating them completely. 5 rupees equals, yeah. It's insanely cheap. Insanely cheap. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
the cleanest way to install this file.
I could literally, if I was doing that meal, I could literally live on one meal here for months. For months.
File. A flash drive would draw too much attention, and so we needed to provide Divya a link where she could simply download the file. She could then find an opportunity when an agent was away, sit at his computer, click the link, run the file, and get the heck out of there before she got caught. It was a risky plan, but Divya could maybe pull it off. So we just left it up to her for when she felt comfortable. We left Divya alone for a few days while we worked on other projects, and when we came back, we noticed a new connection came through, meaning she had infiltrated the operation. So for several hours, we just watched to figure out how the operation worked. Calls would come in, and scammers would attempt to remote into the victim's computer and try to scam them. But luckily, most people got suspicious and hung up right after the scammers would take remote access. And these scammers happened to be using TeamViewer, which is interesting because we have noticed a steady decline in scammers using another remote access software by the name of AnyDesk. I've had the chance to work with AnyDesk really closely over the past few years, and one thing that really stands out is that they genuinely care. They're extremely passionate about helping and protecting innocent people and obviously doing things the right way. And I want to give a big shout out to AnyDesk for not only partnering with the scam baiting space, but also for sponsoring today's video. I really feel like they're proactive when it comes to fighting scams. Remote access software can sometimes be abused by bad actors and scammers, but AnyDesk doesn't just ignore that reality. They're actively AnyDesk for sponsoring today's video, and now let's go destroy the bosses of Divya's operation. So we were now in their system.
She basically sacrificed her fellow scammers to save her skin. Yeah, and she's going to be continuing this. She's going to go to another location. Because guess what? It is easier. It is easier. Like, you can call 1,000 people, but all you need is that one to be let in by the scam, and you're set. You're set. Most likely, now she knows the ins and outs of the practice. She's going to start it herself.
And finally, we could call the scammers and mess with the agents using the computers, but we pretty quickly found out that the bosses of this operation never came into the physical office. In the 5 weeks of us spying on them, they never showed up physically. But that was when one day we noticed a new computer on the network by the name of Administrator. We spread our access to this newly found machine, and we could see the computer screen, and it was immediately apparent that this really was the boss's computer. We had access to all of his files. We found call lists, his ID card, recordings of all of their scams. At the end of the day, the boss left the office, but they are the ones making all the money and really hurting innocent people. So we knew we had to expose them. So when they went back home, we traced the coordinates back to their house and decided to give them a phone call live on camera. Hello? This is Jordan Warner? This is Jordan Warner, right?
Yeah, this is Jordan Warner.
So Jordan, it wasn't that got your whole company compromised. It was you, actually. I know you own the company. I know you're running the scams.
How?
I'm gonna expose you on my channel. Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
okay, so you're going to expose that we are running a scam, right?
Yes, exactly. Do you have anything to say about my allegations?
Yes. Tell me and define that how you think that we are running a scam. Tell me this.
Okay, so here we go. So, Exhibit A. When you guys connect to my computers, you guys try to run a scam on me. A typical tech support scam. You run the script. It's constant. You guys run the same script over and over again, that there's problems with the computer and you're misdiagnosing the machine. That's a scam.
misdiagnosing a machine. It's a scam.
Misdiagnosing the machine. So what does that mean? Can you explain the errors and warnings for me, or the stop services?
We have not stopped any services in the machine. We never diagnose. We have our own customer that call. Do you know the name of the company?
Well, I know you guys have multiple aliases like Alpha Mart, Intech Assist. I know you have all these all these aliases, right? And I am dealing with multiple. I don't know if you saw my YouTube channel and stuff, but I'm dealing with multiple tech support companies that run this exact scam. You guys run Google Ads, right? So you have a Google AdSense account.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
What's the name of my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Nanovader, and I'm making a YouTube video right now covering your scam operation. And all Bob Wilson, all like Dave Hardy, all these people, all the people in your Slack channel, right? I know everything about what you guys are doing. I know the police in all of your guys' districts, which I'm contacting them as we speak, and I'm going to expose your entire operation on my YouTube channel.
Okay, do whatever you like. Do whatever you like. I repeat.
Oh, do whatever I like. But my one
Yes.
question for you is, why are you scamming people every day of your life? How do you feel that you're scamming people?
So customers are calling us for any
Victims.
issues.
Reuse that
They're
word for me,
fixing.
please. It's a victim. Reuse the word for me. It's a victim, not a customer. A victim of your.
See, this is how he should have been treating her originally. He should have exposed her name, he should have exposed her face, and he should have been like, we would leave you out of it, or just not mention her entirely. The fact that they added an entire sob story for her, they could have easily said, like, we got a hold of this one scammer. She was complicit in everything that was going on, but we convinced her to assist us, and then just leave everything else out. The fact that they had this whole emotional arc for this person that obviously has opportunity and can choose to do anything is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They could have just left that part out and then leaned into the rest of it.
Why you're saying victim? Why they're calling them? Why
Oh, they're calling? Okay, so 99.99% of your calls are refund scams, right? So you don't take those
You
calls.
don't know
People-
anything. You
No,
don't,
but
you don't know anything. If you're
Yes.
saying a refund scam, hold on. hold on.
No, let
hold
me
on,
speak. You're
hold
not
on.
doing, no, sir, let me repeat. You're not running the refund scam. Let me repeat. You're not running that scam. You're running a classic tech support scam. So you're impersonating McAfee, Norton, and you're not doing the whole refund scam, but 99% of your calls are about that. And then most of your agents take the calls from people that are actual customers of Norton. And then those people get scammed by you guys because you overcharge them for Norton. Instead of just helping them set up their Norton, you tell them that there's hackers and foreign people on their account, and that's why you need to overcharge them. I can pull up the support plans right now. So let's have a go. Let's pull up the support plans right now. Let's do it right now. So I was watching multiple of your agents doing the scams. You charge this person, Bob Wilson, on October 3rd. Bob Wilson charged someone $149 for 1 year Norton support. Explain that to me.
When did you say?
October 3rd on your, the spreadsheet I'm looking at right now. It's called Call Logs Responses. I'm looking at the spreadsheet. It says October 3rd, 2025, Bob Wilson, and the campaign was Norton. And the customer primary issue was got a charge from Norton. He canceled the charges from Brink, and then you guys charged her $150 for Norton. Why did you guys do that? Explain that to me.
$150?
Yeah, explain that. Why did you charge?
MacFree is a scam by itself. Yes, it is. It's a automatically installed virus on your computer. Every time, I kid you not, like years ago, even before people started using virus protection software, McAfee would pop up on your computer because it'd be first installed. I'd find the core files of that and I'd delete that, because I remember the first time I deleted, I hit uninstall, but it had the exe file like baked into like deep in the computer, which was this in the system that I bought, had it install immediately first thing on the system as soon as it was booted. So I delete it. And then because that .exe file still existed, every time I'd boot the computer back up, that thing would reinstall itself every single time. And then I'd always get the notification, be sure to renew your McAfee subscription. You get 3 months free on us. Every single time. It pissed me off. I mean, and then I had to get into the files and I'm like, where the heck is this virus? This absolute virus. I had to go into the files and I was like, okay, finally. I ran a search on the computer. What is the general, like the auto install? And I ran a search through the computer and I finally found it, deleted that thing. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it is a virus. It absolutely is a virus. It's a scam. Most software protection is scam. You should just have a due diligence of where you're going, what you're doing. You really should be more self-aware. If your life is miserable, just leave it and live among the good ones. I know it will be hard at first, but there are so many charitable societies working and you can easily volunteer for them and live a life. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many opportunities in India as well, because India is a very, very charitable nation. Very charitable. Like, Like, it was funny driving through the city with my wife and mother. Like, every time there was someone standing on the side of the road, like, mother would be rolling down the window and like to give them money. It's just like, no, don't make eye contact. Look forward. I was treating the people who are like on the side of the road like I do the homeless in the United States. If you make eye contact with them, they expect something. So I just didn't make eye contact, and here she was rolling down the window. Here. It's like okay, you're way too kind. Stop giving him money. People who want you to buy their antivirus create the virus. Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. Like, what was it where there was the software back in the day which would steal, allowed people to download music illegally, and then the same people created the software to prevent their own software from stealing the music illegally and sold it to the companies. Yeah, it's always a scam. It's always a scam. You just have to be wiser and stay out of it.
Her that money. You scammed her.
You know, we provide a key to the customer also.
Yeah, you do the whole customer key. This is what all of the scam bosses try to get away with. They're like, okay, we're lying to you, we're misdiagnosing you, we're overcharging you, but then we're helping you with your problem. We're helping you fix your Norton. It doesn't help the fact that you're overcharging for support and you're lying to people. It's fraudulent. I don't think the police are going to be very happy when I tell them about what you guys are doing.
First of all, we are not any scams.
Yes, you are.
It's true, since you're recording this conversation, it is true that yes, we overcharge the customer for the services that we provide.
So how is that not a scam? Unless you have anything else to say. Like, if you're just going to keep on saying I'm not a scammer like all the other scammers, there's nothing else I can say to you.
Why don't you expose yourself?
How do I expose myself?
If you're a true patriot, why don't you do yourself? Who are you?
If I'm a true patriot.
That is why I'm saying, why don't you expose yourself? If you have evidence, please go ahead and do that. And if you have
perfect, we'll follow through with the sir. We'll follow.
Expose yourself as well. You get into someone's computer, you took the webcam, you made the videos, so we will chase you. Okay, we will chase you.
Oh yeah?
Yes, we will.
Okay, go ahead and try, buddy. Go ahead and try.
Go ahead and do whatever you want, and I will also chase you if you can expose yourself. Can you expose yourself?
Perfect. Now I'll expose you, buddy. That's my plan. I'm exposing you. I'm exposing you.
You get the words out of my mouth. I'm exposing you as well. How dare you get into someone's computer? How dare you?
He's locked in. We got him pissed. He's like, I will go after you.
You have roughly the same number of pair.
That was it. Nothing else. No update on the finding of them. No update on the arresting of them. What the? That was anticlimactic. It was just the argument at the end. I don't think I cared for that. I don't think I cared for that. It's the fact that they were sympathetic towards the lady, which is like, they clearly don't know much. They're clearly not well educated. I mean, if you're going to be running counter scams on scammers, you need to at least be aware of like the locations and the areas. You need to be well versed in Pakistan. You need to be well versed in the Nigeria. You need to be well versed in India. You need to be well versed in Bangladesh, in Nepal. You need to be well versed in these areas that do the majority of scams. You need to understand what it's like in those areas and what the true factors are as their help. So that way you're not easily baited into when you see a girl crying. You can at least be like, well, you could at least look at this, or you could at least look at this. It's so problematic seeing that. It's so problematic seeing that, because I was like, this is, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this. And then that whole thing, the entire episode was dedicated to this poor girl who doesn't know any better. No, she knows what she's doing. It's wrong. She has opportunities. There is always opportunities out there. She's not in a war-torn nation. She's not. India is a blessed nation, but because of what's online, most people don't know any better, so they were just assuming that this person who's taking advantage of others is another victim, which she wasn't. It's the biggest problem. That ruined the entire video for me, because it's just like, dude, these people who are supposed to get scammers got themselves. And now this lady's gonna go on, now that she has all the access, all the files, all the knowledge, all the know-how, she's gonna go on and do it herself. She's gonna go on, get a loan, get a computer, and start scamming people for herself. Oh my gosh.
You guys got a video? It was so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.